What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the royal drama. We don't really know what's going on. I'm just going to be of the mindset that no news is good news, but people are talking about Kate Middleton and the fact that she hasn't been seen in public and her absence is putting a lot of fear and people wondering, like, is it worse than what they were saying? What's really going on? So her ongoing absence from the royal spotlight while she battles cancer has reportedly sparked shocking new fears that the palace is attempting to hide the true extent of her physical and mental collapse. Radar Online has learned. Prince William's beloved wife vanished from public events 6 months ago, and a news blackout on her condition has triggered panic that, it's worse, I'll just say it like that, and may not be seen again. The silence about Kate's health crisis, believed to be ovarian cancer, is deafening. A well-placed senior courtier dished to the Globe. We're terrified. Kate's way worse than the royals are saying. Could we wake up one morning and find that she's no longer with us? And cancer may not be the only health crisis the Princess of Wales is fighting. Kate's disappearance has even generated palace whispers. She's been secretly hospitalized for severe emotional issues and will never be able to resume her role at William's side, the insider shared. All this secrecy is devastating and points to an impending disaster for the monarchy. The new alarm bells for Kate's health exploded after Kensington Palace revealed on May 21st that the princess was the driving force behind a major report by her Early Childhood Foundation calling for companies to introduce more family-friendly working practices. Surprisingly, there was no personal statement from the mother of three, and the palace admitted she won't be returning to duties anytime soon. The royals were immediately accused of a cover-up. What is the palace trying to hide about Kate? A royal observer pondered. I don't believe anything until we see her. She was the most photographed woman in the world, and there hasn't been a single picture of her going to or from the hospital for treatment. This suggests there's much more to this story than the palace is letting on. Kate was last officially photographed at Christmas with William and their children before undergoing secretive abdominal surgery in mid-January. Palace insiders told the outlet she was suffering from cancer, and a pale and gaunt Kate finally admitted the heartbreaking diagnosis in an emotional March 22nd video. That bombshell came just weeks after King Charles revealed he was diagnosed with cancer following a procedure for a benign prostate condition. But while Charles has bravely resumed his duties, Kate remains nowhere in sight. What is really going on? There is a horrible ongoing silence as to the whereabouts and well-being of our future queen, one observer asked. Kate asked for privacy when she revealed her diagnosis. That request likely came in anticipation of the devastating effects of chemo on her looks, sources claim. Kate was very thin before, and the chemo's likely left her looking skeletal, the courtier noted. Her hair is her crowning glory, but word is it was falling out in clumps by now. She may be totally bald. That's just so sad. Listen, I'm not going to read the rest of it, but if she was at one point the most photographed woman in the world, and she's going through cancer treatments, who in the world wants to be photographed that way? Regular people, I don't like to say regular people because we're all people, right? But nobody wants to be seen in that way. Nobody. So I honestly don't want to have her put out there like that, because all it's going to do is be just salacious for people to say, oh my, you know what I mean? Like, to judge. And if she's going through cancer treatments, chemo, radiation, whatever else, my God, like, nobody wants to be seen in that way. All people really need to be doing is just praying for her, hoping for the best, and that she will get better. But all of the speculation and all of the other stuff, I'm quite sure because of the public role that she has, it's just the stress alone. You can't really be dealing with that type of stuff and going through these treatments and trying to get better. So all I'm going to do is hope and pray that she is getting the help and treatment and help support, all of the other stuff that she needs in order to get better, and just pray that no news is good news. We don't need to see her like that. I wouldn't want to see anybody like that. And it's sad for those that are seen in that way. And for those who decide to come out in the public and show, what's going on and whatever, that's their choice to do that. And if it's her choice not to do that, then people just need to respect it, pray that she gets better, and move on instead of speculating that things are worse and all this other stuff, because that right there is just tragic. And speaking of tragic, it's been a minute since I've talked about it, but this story came out about a week ago, and it's regarding Meghan and Harry's titles and how King Charles has been having lengthy discussions about stripping them of their royal titles. So while they continue to use their Duke and Duchess of Sussex status in the U.S., it looks like it could be gone soon if King Charles decides to pull the trigger. According to Tom Quinn, Charles and Prince William have had lengthy discussions about stripping Meghan and Harry of their royal titles, but they are terrified this would backfire and make the situation worse. The last thing they want to do is give the renegade royals something else to complain about. William and his father know that even without their royal titles, Meghan and Harry would carry on traveling the world as if they were royals, and most people in the world would still welcome them. OK previously reported Conservative Member of Parliament Bob Seeley attempted to use his political position to push His Majesty to remove the Sussex dukedom. I'm not a Republican and support the monarchy, but after the latest installment of the couple's feud with the rest of the royal family, I believe that Parliament and the Privy Council should consider a nuclear option, Seeley said after Omid Scobie's 2023 book Endgame revived the infamous royal racist scandal. The Duke and Duchess can be Mr. and Mrs. like the rest of us, he added. My titles deprivation 1917 Act Amendment Bill would allow a vote in Parliament to advise the ancient advisory Privy Council to strip a member of the royal family of their titles. While promoting his memoir, Anderson Cooper asked Harry why he continues to use his royal distinction. Why not renounce your titles as Duke and Duchess? Cooper asked on 60 Minutes. And what difference would that make? Harry replied. In 2024, the duo rebranded their Archewell website as Sussex.com, but they were criticized by royalists for their decision. The office of Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, is shaping the future through business and philanthropy, the website reads. The late Queen was fond of Harry and Meghan. She saw their potential as a couple working for the Commonwealth, her Commonwealth. It was her father's legacy, Ingrid Seward told an outlet. Then it became hers. Before they left the royal fold, they were expected to work within the Commonwealth, which is why they originally were hoping to relocate to Canada in 2020. The Queen saw Meghan's mixed race heritage, her youth and style combined with intelligence as a major plus for the monarchy. Seward explained. Imagine her distress when everything she had hoped for from Harry and Meghan failed to materialize. In 2020, instead of being supportive of the monarchy, they wanted to leave. That is when the steely will of the Queen came into play. So basically, I just believe that they should just leave it alone, because all they're going to do is use it as another plight to complain about how they are these big victims, when right now you have King Charles, who is going through cancer treatments at his old age of 75, and you've got Princess Catherine, or Kate, like they call her, really going through it, and no one's seen her since she has really done that video that she put out. And I'm quite sure she doesn't want anyone to see her in that state. She's the real victim. We really don't need this on top of that. And for them to make it just seem like, see, we told you, they just hate us. We're these victims. And people are still, who want to, they're still going to recognize them as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex anyway. And they're still going to do whatever they want to do. So I would just say, just leave it alone. Let it be. And just see how things go for them, because it really hasn't been working out the way that they were hoping that it would for them. And right now, people are going through health crises while Meghan and Harry are utilizing the titles and the status that they had before to accept invitations to Nigeria, and other places moving forward. And really, there's just supposed to be regular people like us. So anyway, guys, you can let me know what you think about it. Hopefully, Kate is getting the treatment that she needs and she is okay for the sake of her family, her children, herself, and not so much about the public and the duties and all of that stuff, because you only have one life to live. And I'm quite sure she's really understanding that right now. And let me know what you think about the possibility of the titles of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle being stripped. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.